GC MMA guys, coming to you with our reaction from UFC 301. And it's all aboard the fucking GC MMA parlay train. Choo choo. Boom. Boom. Boom.
They're all over the place. We're surrounded. We're surrounded by winning money. The parlays.
Guys, we hit 3 fucking parlays last night. And to prove that the 2 that look the exact same, that's because we did ours separately. I'll show you this picture right here that shows that they're all fucking separate. I just want to start this video out by saying GC MMA is 14-2 with the fucking locks so far this year. Like, guys, we're trying to tell you.
Yeah, two losses on the lock of the week, guys. Come on, we don't miss, and this card we didn't miss either. There is 13 fights on this card, and we guessed 11 of them right. One of them, we'll get to the losses, but one of them was like nobody was betting on that, so can't really count that against us. And the second was a really, really close fight that could have gone either way. So almost sweep the fucking card, and we're back at it. We're not gonna stop. And next weekend, we're about to sweep that shit again, bro.
Guys, Costa and Kevin Boros started out the card. And first of all, like before the card, we said we didn't want to talk too much shit about Boros, and I still want to give him his respect. He was getting his leg beat the fuck up, and he was still trying to throw shit.
Yeah.
Like, we picked Costa because I knew he was going to come out and just be more aggressive, but like still respect to Kevin Boros because he did put up like a pretty decent fight.
Yeah, I gained a little bit of respect for him even in that loss. Like, he was going out on his shield, but Costa, very aggressive in your face. He was throwing the power shots and eating up, chopping down fucking Kevin Boros like a damn lumberjack. So, good performance by him, good fight, and a great way to start off the card.
Next fight, Bonfim and Vince Pichel. And guys, I don't know if Bonfim should have been a minus 500 fucking favorite, because don't get me wrong, he was definitely beating Vince Pichel and won that fight, but he seriously should have put that guy away.
Yeah.
Like, Vince Pichel looked like he was fighting a fucking schnauzer in there with that stupid mustache. Like a fucking dog. Like, he should have knocked his ass out.
He's like laughing and shit.
Yeah.
The octagon getting beat up.
It's like, guys, Bonfim is just not a prospect for that division. I'm sorry to say it. Like, he looked good, and he looked like an MMA fighter against Vince Pichel. But if you put someone in there who was anywhere close to Bonfim's age, he would probably be getting taken out, because like that's honestly just like ridiculous that he went to decision with from hell.
Yeah, Vince Pichel looks like a fucking train conductor who didn't make the cut, but he should have been knocked out within the first round. Like, Bonfim, I put money on Bonfim. And I know, like I said it in a previous video about the UFC, like, brothers and shit, like, I was really nervous, to be honest. Like, in my head, if there was one minus 500 favorite that would throw the fight, it would be a Bonfim. But luckily...
Or a Vitor Pachuca.
Yeah. At least Bonfim came through and won all 3 rounds. A dominant type of performance, but I think it should have been a KO or submission.
Agreed. Guys, the Barbosa fight, our method of picking her because she had the same last name as a fucking movie character proved to check out, because she won that. I honestly wasn't watching that fight too much, but it didn't even look like she won the fucking fight, but she got the decision. DC's face told me all I needed to know, so check that one. Whenever we cover the women's fights, we win those too.
Somehow.
But what was next? The Ruffy versus Jamie Malarkey. Guys, first lock on the card, we tried to tell you, Jamie Malarkey got beat the fuck up in that first round. And I do really like that, or Roofy, whatever the fuck his last name is.
That guy's a problem for this division. and he's got like that unique fight. He almost took somebody down with like an ankle kick.
Yeah,
or some shit,
he
like.
slid and like did that shit. Like that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
He's definitely on my radar in that division, and that brings me to a point we were trying to make, guys. Do not bet against anyone who's in the fucking fight nerds camp. The John Silva, Rufy, Kai Baralho, the fucking fight nerds are there and they mean business.
Whenever you see those glasses, you should fucking shake in fear of what's gonna happen to you. William Gomez, he knew what we didn't. That's why he dropped out of that fight.
You should do their homework type shit.
Bro, next time they're on a card, I'm about to parlay the whole team. If the team is on the card, I'm parlaying them.
Yeah, and rest in peace anybody that did a full Brazilian parlay, because this brings us to our next fight. Jakar Close and Joaquim Silva. Guys, we tried to tell you guys, at this point you have to think in our head, there's a slight glimpse that we're gonna full sweep this fucking card, because we are 5 for 5 right now and we're not looking like we're losing. Jakar Close came out there. I would have liked to see a finish. Of course, you would always like to see a finish with every fight, so we don't want to just say that every single time. Like, not every fight can be a finish, but like, he did a decent job against Silva. I don't really know if I like him against Jalen Turner, like he called out. I think that he should put him against Beneil Dariush if he wants the easiest track to the fucking top 15.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Turner, he could beat him because Jalen Turner just got fucked up, but Jakar Close isn't.
He's not Muay Thai.
Yeah, he's not money Muay Thai.
And then the next fight that I can remember was the next women's fight. And like the same fucking thing. We literally, you can see in the video, we flipped a fucking stick and picked the right woman to win. Like, it's like that ridiculous with this shit. But the next fight was Jack Shore versus Brito. Guys, another lock on the card. Who the fuck gets finished via doctor stoppage for leg kicks besides Jack Shore? Joe Anderson Brito has like a whole toolbox to win these fucking fights at this point.
My leg! It for real looked like he got shot in the leg, and the doctor had to call it off.
The doctor's sticking his thumb into it and like wiggling it around and shit. It's like, what the
this
fuck?
is a bit fucked. Call it off. The writing was on the wall when this fight got announced.
There was no world where Jack Shore beat Brito. I'm sorry.
Brito was coming in there with heavy hands, and he was doing damage, and he took fucking Jack Shore out of there.
And in the clinch and the leg kicks, like he was. There's not really too much to say about this, guys. We said he was gonna beat the fuck out of Jack Shore. He beat the fuck out of Jack Shore.
And they keep capping on Brito with these odds. Fight
minus 180.
Fight before this, it was an underdog.
Against JSP.
Oh my god. Well, I honestly keep doing that.
Yeah,
keep doing that because
please.
We'll bet on Brito.
On to the main card, guys. We're coming into the main card gliding like a fucking eagle. We're 7 for 7 right now on these picks. And we're 8 for 8 after Kai Baralho put fucking Paul Craig out cold.
You should have known that we were right when you saw Paul Craig walk out with the fucking bleached hair. Like,
he's not Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, he just looked like a pussy out there, guys. He got fucked up.
I really hope for Scotland's sake that they get a new fighter to represent them, because Paul Craig is just coming out every single time and just getting fucking finished.
And you know, a lot of those Scottish people are getting drunk and putting money on Paul Craig.
Come on, Craig. Oh, not again. Like shit like that. Come on, guys. They need to cut him, because at this point he's just a fucking lamb to the slaughter with anybody that they give him to. He's not built for the fucking UFC anymore. That little pull guard and submit people have caught on to that shit, and it's not happening anymore.
People know that all they have to do is just not go to the ground with you, or take themselves to the ground with you, and they can win. So hopefully UFC gets rid of this guy to save the Scottish fans some money. because I know they're betting on him all the time.
They're
but
probably calling out of work the next day and shit because they're staying up to the middle of the night to see him get finished.
yeah, they were probably in the pub with Paul Craig, and he somehow convinced them to bet on him.
Guys, put the house on me. Or some
Put
shit.
your mortgage.
But back a fight, I can't believe I forgot about this. Guys, that Mick Orobly versus Elvis Brenner, that was the second fight in our 4-leg. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, that one was a little bit of a fucking sweat. Because, yes, he definitely won all 3 rounds, but like, I don't know if it was something to do with like they just didn't have air conditioning in that arena or what, but everybody just looked like way more tired, way more sweaty and shit. And I get it. You're in a fucking fist fight, so that's how you're gonna be. But those motherfuckers look like they just ran a marathon. Like they were all like slippery and shit. And honestly, guys,
wrestling, bro.
Yeah, Mick Orobly proved that he actually does have some shit on the feet too. Like he's not just a crotch sniffer. Like he literally dropped Elvis Brenner like I think at least 2 times, bro. And like I do fuck with that guy. And, you know, I look forward to seeing who they're going to put him up against next.
Yeah, he reminds me a lot of Shavkat and the way he fights. But I was surprised with Elvis Brenner. Like, he was able to get out of some of the wrestling situations and, like, reverse
Literally,
the positions.
yeah, he took Orobly down. So, like, props to Elvis Brenner. I still like him as a fighter. Like, I just couldn't pick him in this situation.
It was a good fight, though.
And then the next fight, guys, Michel Pereira versus Ihor Pereira. This closed out our 4-leg that won us like $1,500 all in total, guys. He fucked up Ihor Pereira like we knew he would. And honestly, I was on the edge of my seat when the commentator started saying, well, you know, since Ihor Pereira was on the ground and he did that backflip and he got caught with a knee, that's a knee to a grounded opponent. But thankfully, the Brazilian judges and shit did not bat an eye at that fucking concept because they were just like, okay, let's call it if I can get this guy out of here before people notice. But guys, come on. Like, bro, he did a fucking, he didn't just knee him in the face. You're gonna punish someone for doing a backflip and landing on you?
Backflip KO and you're like, oh, well, it was a grounded opponent. Reverse the fight, you lost, disqualification.
Yeah. Dana White needs to reward those those fucking athletic fighters. And I know what I said last time I picked against him with Ola J. Chuck. I can't pick against him again, guys. That guy is fucking ridiculous at that division.
I've honestly, I've fucked with Michel Pereira since the Diego, what's that fucker's name? Not Diego Lopez. The fight
Diego Sanchez.
Yeah, Diego Sanchez. That fight was ridiculous, but Michel Pereira again put the middleweight division on notice, and I can't wait to see who he fights next.
Do not put Ihor Pereira in there with Shara Bullet.
No.
Put Michel Pereira against Shara Bullet and like put that shit on the main card. That would be fireworks.
But I honestly, I don't want to see Shara Bullet lose yet. That's the only thing. That fight would go so far.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That'd be crazy.
But that could be on the McGregor main card if they took that off the other card.
Guys, on to the featured bout. This one stung a little bit, guys. Not even because of the fact Anthony Smith won against Petrino, but because in the video before I said I was trying to conceptualize picking him, and if you guys happen to parlay all the 5 locks, I apologize, that's on me. This honestly, it was my own fault that this was a lock because I knew deep down inside that Anthony Smith was gonna win. I was trying to talk us into picking him before, and I just was like, come on, that doesn't make too much sense. Move your finger out of the fucking way.
I'm looking at the camera straight.
But yeah, guys, like whenever I get that feeling again, I'm going with my gut because Vitor Petrino just showed exactly what I was trying to say, guys. Like he's not that fucking developed yet, and he's 26. He has a future in that division. Don't get me wrong. Like I'm not saying this guy's done. Well, we said the same thing about Anthony Smith or Ryan Spann. If you lose to this version of Anthony Smith. the light heavyweight division may have just lost a prospect.
Oh my god, bro. Like, it's just so hard, like, to even pick Anthony Smith, like, for this fight. You're picking against a Brazilian prospect in Brazil who's, like, he's been on a run. Oh my god. He got stuck in the guillotine on the feet, and he decides to go to the ground to try to get out of it, and then he just he's just a young, that's just what it came down to, like, experience basically is what won Anthony Smith the fight. And I won't bet on Anthony Smith to win another fight in the UFC, to be honest. Like, I won't bet on him even just because he won this. I'll probably bet against him in his next fight.
On to the co-main event, guys. Aldo versus Martinez. I'm really glad I went back and changed my pick on this before we recorded and went to Martinez, because, like, I just knew it would have been nice to see Aldo knock him out, but just, like, thank God he got the win in Rio.
Yeah, he like, his boxing looked crisp, and I honestly am kind of excited to see what he can do in boxing for real, because he's trying to transition into boxing, and I would watch Jose Aldo boxing fight.
Because still, guys, like, I don't know that I want to see Jose Aldo try to go on another run. Like, I'm not saying what he did last night wasn't impressive. I'm just saying, like, if he keeps going up, he's not going to be able to edge out decisions against everybody. And, like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, he said he wanted to go for one more run for the title in the post-fight interview. I just don't want to see him
Jose
get KO'd.
Aldo versus Sean O'Malley.
Oh my god, that might be fun, because I don't see Sean O'Malley going for a takedown, so it'll be all on the feet, but I could definitely see him knocking out Jose Aldo, which I don't want to witness. So, please, just do Jose Aldo, Dominic Cruz.
Yeah,
do that. Come on, we don't want to see Aldo get killed out there.
Or Jose Aldo versus Cody Garbrandt or some shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Do like a vet versus
a legacy
a vet.
fight.
On to the main event, guys. Steve Erceg versus Pantoja.
Super close fight. I didn't see the 49-46 Pantoja. Like, I didn't see how that happened. I had it 49 or 49-48 Pantoja, but still close fight from Steve Erceg. If he just threw some leg kicks, he would have won the fight. Pantoja's leg was wide open that entire fight, but Steve Erceg barely attacked it.
Yeah, that's what we were saying last night, boys. Like, it was early to give Steve Erceg the title shot, and, like, it was a good test. He stepped up to the plate and he did, like, really well. But yeah, I just think give him a couple more fights and then give him the title shot again, and I think he's got a much better shot at it, because, like, the leg kicks and things like that, those are just, like, small things that he'll learn over time. Like, I was not upset with Steve Erceg by any means. He was the number 10 guy fighting for the title, and he took the guy to decision, and they beat the fuck out of each other. Like, I still will rock with Steve Erceg. I'll still pick him in his next fight. Like I said, he stepped up to the plate and fell up short.
Yeah, he's still gonna do damage in this division. I can see him being a champion in a year or two down the road. But shout out to Pantoja. I mean, he's always shows that he has a dog in him. Like, it's impossible to KO that motherfucker, it seems. He's like a zombie at this point. I just respect him for when he gets tagged in the face and he's, like, still, like, throwing some crazy shit trying to get out of it. But who does he fight next? I don't want to see Askarov anywhere near a title shot.
No. Probably either Albazi or Makayev, to be honest with you.
Albazi is who I was thinking of.
Do Albazi versus Makayev for a title eliminator, and the winner fights for the fucking title.
Oh, dude. I don't want to see a world where Makayev is in a title shot either. I honestly do not fuck with him.
I hope to God that's nowhere near in the works.
He sucks.
But, guys, that's the end of this video for the recap. We just want to go ahead and say, like, when we're talking about these parlays that we're hitting and the money we're winning, that's not to like rub it in your face and be like, we won money and you guys didn't. That's trying to go to show you guys, like, we're giving these picks out to you guys for free, and you guys could have won that money just as easily as we could have, because we didn't bet on anything we didn't talk about. Like, we're just trying to go to show you guys, like, we're here to bring you guys some value, some good content. You know, if a lot of you guys came from the UFC 300 video, and UFC 300 our 2 locks hit, last week our 2 locks hit, this week we hit 4 out of 5 locks. Like, guys, we're real deal giving you these fucking locks every single week. And you know, that's just what we're trying to say. Like, guys, we're trying to make you boys some money for fucking free because you rock with us. So stick with us. We're gonna be recording the video for St. Louis soon, and we've got some fucking locks on that card too.
Yeah, the GC MMA train is not stopping. We're coming full force for these cards coming up. UFC's looking real good this summer, boys. We got a lot of good cards, a lot of crazy fights, and a lot of money to be made. So stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next video.
GC MMA out.